It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back with all that here, so we enter into the next segment where I've got to ask the question, what happens when the picture-perfect suburban life, you're barely holding it together, is suddenly invaded by dinosaurs? That's the wild premise behind the movie called The End of Oak Street. It's a new sci-fi adventure from It Follows director David Robert Mitchell. And it stars the great Anne Hathaway. She's having an incredible year this year. And of course, Ewan McGregor. Now, the Spling is here with the review, but before he does, let's take a look at the trailer to get us both on board.
Anybody else see that weird light last night?
What weird light?
The wind was blowing all crazy. Starbuck was freaked out and barking.
Could have been lights from a helicopter.
Or a UFO? Aliens.
Shut up, Dad.
Water's not working.
Looks like the whole neighborhood's lost power.
The hell was that?
We can't leave.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
How the hell is that even possible?
Get out of there! Run!
What the hell's going on?
Get inside now!
I just heard a gunshot.
I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright.
Gather supplies. Grab anything you can use as a weapon.
I don't care what you say anymore, this is mine.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna survive.
Leave me alone.
God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us?
What about the people who are out there getting eaten?
I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright.
Oh, the song choice makes it a little eerie. I'm here for it. I love it. Spling is back to give us a beautiful review. So let's get straight into it. Welcome back, sir.
Great to be here.
This movie trailer looks incredible, and we've been teasing it for quite some time, but it's out in cinemas now. So give us a bit of a review, overall review of The End of Oak Street. What's it about?
So it is about the Platt family. They're living this really idyllic suburban life in America. It's 1982, Michigan, and they're just going about life. Nothing to worry about, not at all. But then these strange cosmic things start happening, and suddenly there's a lot to be worried about. And I'm so glad they showed dinosaurs in the trailer, because sometimes you think to yourself, like, how much of a reveal is this going to be?
Right.
Dinosaurs roaming around the suburbs. And I originally thought when Jurassic Park came out, like when the dinosaurs get off the island,
Yeah.
what happens
What
next?
happens? Where do they go? You said it was set in
1982.
1982.
That's why some of the song choices, the Cars.
Yes.
There's Steve Winwood. There's a couple of bands, Roxy Music.
Oh, I'm here
in
for
this.
it.
Jefferson Starship. You know,
Come
there's some
on.
old classic nostalgic hits. And that's what it's all about, nostalgia. Spielberg is very much a part
originator.
of this, even though he isn't.
Yeah.
It's J.J. Abrams is the producer, and he is like probably the biggest Spielberg fan there is.
Yeah.
He's the guy behind Super 8,
Yeah.
which is also a great film that I was reminded of watching this.
Sure.
But The End of Oak Street, it sounds like a horror, but it's more of a sci-fi action adventure.
Got you.
And there's some family drama, and there's some comedy as well.
Well, I love the fact that you're mentioning Spielberg, because it does take us back to those early 90s with the Jurassic Park series that had come out. So how does this film sort of have a nod towards that, besides just the dinosaurs? Because are we seeing more than that? Are they unpredictable? Are they dangerous?
Yeah, they're super dangerous. And having said that, like, if you've got young kids at home, that love their dinos.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's
This
not
is
going
not
to be a
for
good
them.
idea. This is not their film. So it's an interesting film because it's kind of like somewhere between Snakes on a Plane and Jurassic Park.
Okay, you
because
got
there is
me.
this like comedy, this dark comedy
Yeah.
that's happening that's kind of jarring at times, but then it's quite serious and quite dramatic. And there's this commentary on the nuclear family and the attack of the nuclear family in terms of like in the 80s, it just seemed as though things were more analog and simpler and families were tighter. And then all these external factors coming to sort of attack that. So there's like a serious thing at play, but it actually isn't a very serious movie.
Okay, that is interesting. We'll talk about the dark humor in just a little bit, but as the nuclear family, they already face issues and are struggling, and then added onto it are dinosaurs. So how does this sort of develop and work out?
So the dinosaurs are there to really run havoc, as they would, you know.
Yeah.
And it becomes like Sim City, but with dinosaurs. You're just kind of seeing it from this God view in a way. The suburb that's sort of been cut out of modern society and placed within prehistoric times.
Oh my God.
And how are you going to get out of that?
Where do you go?
No, the grid's down. That's the least of your troubles. And you're running out of rations.
Oh.
You know, this is like full-on survival. Like, forget zombie apocalypse.
Right. And I've been seeing a rise of a lot of films like this. There was recently one that I watched on, you know, the Red channel. And it's really having a moment. It's really, really great. But Anne Hathaway, to me, is such a good drawing card in this one. And Ewan McGregor, too. They are huge Hollywood actors in and of their own right. So how do their characters develop, the emotional side? What do they bring to the table here?
So Ewan McGregor is this guy who's delivering pizzas. He's not all that proud of that, but it's a job. You know, he's getting by. He's trying to provide for his family. His wife's writing a novel, and she is thinking of other things she'd like to do with her life.
Right.
She's got dreams. She's got hopes, and so there's a little bit of a schism there between the two of them. Ewan McGregor is playing a real nice guy, and he's almost too nice. He's like kind of perfect in a way, and that doesn't make a great character for film. You need some complexity there. So it's a tough job. I think Brendan Fraser would have been a much better option for this movie, based on the tone and based on the character. But Ewan McGregor's there, and he is a dependable actor. He's known for his dramatic side. It's great to see him in more of an action role.
Yeah.
And it's also great to see Anne Hathaway in more of an action role here.
Absolutely.
She's also known more for her drama. And she gets a chance to really take the lead and is the sort of anchor, the emotional weight for this film. And actually, her being attached was what kind of greenlit the film. And she always wanted to work with David Robert Mitchell.
Oh my God.
I have to say David Robert Mitchell, not Robert David Mitchell, because sometimes you can get them all mixed up.
Of course.
But she is fantastic, and she is one of the main reasons to see
And she
this
is
film.
having a big year this year, Spring. I mean, she was just in the Odyssey, which I watched. In terms of drama, I mean, that is where she shines. But I love to see her in a movie like this. So let's talk about the dark humor, because like you said, sci-fi sure, dinosaur sure. Where does the humor fit into this?
I don't know.
How does it come about?
I think it was just a bit of maybe even sloppy writing in a way, just kind of like, let's get this thing together and let's have some moments. There's a moment in The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the Indiana Jones film, where some gophers arrive after a fridge saves Harrison Ford's life as Indy. And this is that little moment of comedy is kind of what feels like they've transferred into this. These little pockets of comedy that pop up every now and then. And I think it's just that levity that sort of helps you get ready for the next suspenseful moment. So maybe that's what they were going for.
And it works?
Sort of. Like if you enjoy that sort of thing, if you don't mind having a little bit of an interspersed comedy thing happening. But it is quite jarring at times.
Yeah, I can imagine so. But relief is always a good thing when it comes to these movies.
Escapism.
Escapism is what we're into. And we love a dinosaur film at the end of the day. Visually, let's talk about that. The camera work, is it interesting? Do they try something new? Do they push boundaries?
They're trying to get that whole Spielberg nostalgia, the Amblin entertainment thing from the 80s. It's got a little bit of that Stranger Things vibe happening there.
Love that.
And Richard Linklater's films also, he did Boyhood, Everybody Wants Some, and that sort of immersion into that society is what's happening there. In terms of the camera work, there's nothing that's too sort of stand out in terms of the action. It's really just trying to have these moments where they can really scare you, but these are like the quietest dinosaurs ever.
What do you mean?
Because they've got such stealth. You know, they're able to sneak up on the characters at various
Okay.
intervals. And to me, when a T-Rex is moving, it's going to make some sort of
It's
sound.
gonna make some noise,
It's quite
come
big.
on.
It's quite big.
And when it falls hard as well. Are we seeing a range of dinosaurs, the little ones to all the way?
All the way. And there's even a snake, massive snake. I think it was a South American species from 60 million years ago.
Why did my heart just skip a beat when you said that? My goodness. Okay, how many popcorns out of 5?
I am giving it 3 popcorn.
3 popcorns, it's good enough. Add some butter salt on there and it makes it even better. The End of Oak Street is what we're talking about. It's now showing in cinemas. Now for more Spling's reviews, recommendations and picks of South African and international films worth watching. And there are a lot coming out right now. Head to splingmovies.com. Spling, thank you for joining us once again.
Great.
End of Oak Street, give it a watch.
Only you can make